Welcome. Hi, my name is Joyce Wheeler. I am a natural living researcher, blogger, speaker, and podcaster. I am also the owner of Heavenly Bodies. We are a company who not only makes organic skincare products, but we have other products to help people have a better quality of life naturally. So how did I get started in this? Well, back in 2008, my husband got sick. He was told by the doctor that he had reoccurring mono and chronic fatigue syndrome. He was told not to work. Well, 6 months later, he's still sick, and then told he should file for disability because he'll never get better. Well, he was watching a talk show one night, and a comedian came on, and he was talking about he had mercury poisoning from eating sushi. And my husband listened to the symptoms. He said, "Oh my gosh, that's me." So he just started doing research to figure out where the mercury was coming from. Well, that led to the amalgam fillings in his teeth. You know, the silver ones, they're 50% mercury. Well, during that research too, he had 10 of them. During the research too, he also found out that the American Dental Association had a gag order on dentists where they could not tell people that these fillings were toxic or they could lose their license. So at that point, we were just like, okay, well, if they're hiding this from us, what else aren't they telling us? What else don't we know? So we started doing more research, and it was just like Pandora's box flew open, and we just found out how toxic our environment really is. So today I want to talk about the immune system. During these times, people are really stressed out. They're concerned about getting the virus. They have a lot of different concerns. So the immune system, 80% of it is located in the gut. It's called the gut microbiome. We have good gut bacteria and bad. And we need both. But the bad we need to keep at bay. Our gut microbiome should be like a rainforest. It should be very diverse as far as the bacteria that we have. We have more bacteria in and out of our body than we do human cells. Freaky, huh? The scientists are starting to call the gut microbiome the second brain, because they have learned that all the neurotransmitters and all the hormones that we need for good brain health and overall health are all created in the gut. So our gut microbiome, which is 80% of our immune system, becomes stressed for various things. Stress, fear, the electromagnetic field, environmental toxins, cleaning products, personal hygiene products, the food that we eat, medications, negativity, lack of exercise, positive ions. So those are just some of the things that we're going to go ahead and we're going to address. And yes, I'm going to keep looking at my notes because I am not a robot and I can't remember everything. So first off, let's talk about stress. Let's talk about how we can deal with stress. And everything, all the information that I'm going to give to you, all of it is natural. It's a holistic and very easy to come by too. So it's not like you're going to have to go out and buy like hundreds of dollars of stuff. And actually, I think one of the easiest and most inexpensive ways to deal with this, with the immune system is by raising our vibrational frequency, which can be done easily with crystals. So let's talk about the herbs that we can use for stress. So there's ashwagandha, there's astragalus root, there's rhodiola, and there's chamomile. Now, I've used all but the chamomile. Rhodiola, it comes in a pill form and a powder, and I have to say about the rhodiola was the first 2 times I took it, I felt like I was high. The astragalus root is not only really good for the immune system, but it also helps to support the lungs and the heart. And the ashwagandha, the rhodiola, and the astragalus root are all adaptogens. What an adaptogen does is it helps your body to control the cortisol. Because a lot of us are in a chronic state of stress, what happens is that our immune system shuts down, our hormones shut down, our heart races, our blood pressure is raised. So these herbs help to control the cortisol. We don't want to have too much because it's not healthy. We don't want to have too little because that's not healthy. So these are adaptogens that are going to adapt the cortisol to either if they need to be higher or if they need to be lowered. So some of the essential oils for stress include frankincense, lavender, Palo Santo, patchouli, rose. I do have a list. I have 8 pages that I will have available to people who want to get this information because there are more essential oils on here than what I am mentioning. Those are just the most popular. I have not at this point figured out totally how I'm going to get the PDF to you. I do have a Patreon account, and I thought about attaching those and attaching the link in the comments. The only thing is with Patreon, I'm not sure if you have to create an account to access it or not. So what I am going to do is, if you do want the information you can't get on Patreon, you can go to heavenlybodies7@gmail.com. Email me, and I would love to share it with you. So Latrell says that she's only used chamomile and never heard of the others. Well, chamomile is very popular as a herb for a tea. Rhodiola, ashwagandha, and astragalus are known more to be in either a capsule form or an extract tincture. With the astragalus root, I'm actually taking the extract because it's a lot more potent than just taking the capsules. So that's what I'm doing. So let me see. Okay, I gotta stick this over here because otherwise I'm gonna forget where I am. All right, so crystals that you can use to help reduce stress are rose quartz, watermelon tourmaline, green calcite, halite, and ocean jasper. And I actually also design and create jewelry using crystals. So I've made this bracelet. This is ocean jasper. It's actually a really unique stone. I went to the Gem and Mineral Show in Tucson back in February and was told that in 2 years ocean jasper will no longer be accessible. So that's kind of depressing. Let me see. Let's talk about some activities to relieve stress because these are actually really fun. You know, laughter is such a great way to deal with stress. I love to, when I get stressed out or I'm just like not feeling, up to par, I love to watch a funny movie. I just love a funny movie. Dancing, singing. Sing on the top of your lungs, dance. I can't dance, but I can move my body and pretend like I'm dancing, and I do, and I enjoy it. Let's see, exercise, bike, go ride your bike, do something you love. Everybody has something that they're passionate about, and seeing as how so many people are locked in right now, it's a great time to maybe even just start a new hobby. Do something that you've been wanting to do for a while and have not been able to do it. Meditation, qigong, yoga, tai chi. Talk with positive people, and like, hey, breathe. Calm breath. Also, you can take a bath. Taking a bath is a great time to relax. And I actually make some bath salt that has lavender in it. It has lavender flowers in it. It also has some lavender essential oil, some passion flowers, and there's one more, a rosehip. So that's really nice too. And if you don't want to do that, you just want to take your own, lavender oil, you have some lavender oil. We also sell that too on our website. We have our own brand. If you have your own brand, you have your favorite, just go ahead and mix it with like some sea salt, some pink Himalayan salt, maybe some Epsom salt, so that this way, it actually incorporates, because we all know that oil floats on water. So just go ahead and do that. And take a bath, enjoy it, and breathe. Oh, let's see. Dealing with negativity. Oh. Stop negative thoughts. Let them come in, and then like an ocean, just let them go back out again, and try not to entertain them. I know at this point in time, it's really hard, especially with so many people being forced not to work. It's a lot easier said than done. And stop negative speech. The thing is that Dr. Emoto did an experiment with water, and he saw that water interacts with what we think, what we speak, and what we feel. And what he noticed was he had one cup of water where he had the word love on it. He had another cup of water where he had another word on it that I don't like to say. It begins with the H. I'm sure you know which one. But whenever people walk past these 2 cups of water, they would project either words, feelings, or emotions into each cup. He later took the water and he froze it. And what he found was that the cup that was put full of love and spoken and felt had these beautiful crystals. But the other one, there is just a blob of mess. Okay, so think about it. How much water are we? Like 98% or something? So when we speak negatively, when we think negatively, when we feel negatively, how are we affecting our body? When people say negative words to us, how does it affect our body? And this affects our immune system. So when we think and feel and say things about ourselves, we're not doing ourselves any good. It's not easy habit to break. I know it took me a while to be able to deal with that, but I am. Again, laugh. Surround yourself with positive people. We all have those people in our lives who, no matter what, everything is just negative. Everything is doom and gloom. It was like there's a cartoon I used to watch as a kid. It had to do with the Lilliputians. And there was this one character on there, and he was always like, "Oh, we're doomed. We're never going to make it." Just stay away from those people. Find people who are positive, who have positive things to say and to think. Create a journal. Gratitude is one of the strongest feelings that we can put out there. And, instead of when we start thinking negative, let's take out a journal. You don't even have to write it. You can go ahead and, I use Word Docs to do it. You can use Google Docs to do it. And just sit there and say, I am so grateful this virus is over. I am so grateful I'm back to work. And do that on a daily basis and see how that makes you feel. It really does make a difference on how we feel and how we start to think and how we act. And again, go for a walk. Medications. Yeah, this is kind of a tough one because there's so many people on pharmaceutical medications that are being told that they have to be on them for the rest of their lives. I know my husband was one of them. He was 7 different blood pressure medicines, 7, every single day. Through exercise and changing his lifestyle, he has reduced them down to 2, which he doesn't take on a daily basis. He monitors his blood pressure, and if he feels he needs to take them, he takes them. Medication has its place. I'm not going to bad rap it, but it should not be forever. It should be just to stabilize our bodies, for them to figure out what's going on in our body, fix it, and then get off. So let me see. The electromagnetic field, the EMFs. So they're all around us. They're our phones, our Wi-Fi, microwaves, anything that's electricity sends off magnetic field. And we have our own natural vibrational frequency. We are energy. Everything around us is energy. And the electromagnetic field interferes with us. I had done some research on it when I had my magazine, and I wrote an article about it. And when they first started implementing electricity, it was like in a lot of factories. Well, what was happening was that the workers were complaining about headaches and flu-like symptoms, which should have been a red flag, but it wasn't. So, we're bombarded by all this, and some people are more sensitive than others. It can cause insomnia. It's known to cause cancer, leukemia. Children with the way they act up, with what they're calling ADHD, things like that. They have found out by just making tweaks in the household with the electrical gadgets that we have, that made a big difference in some of these children's behavior. So some of the things we could do, I mean, the bedroom is really important because that's where we rest. That's where we get our sleep. So you do not want to have anything within 10 feet of your bed that runs on electricity. There are people who are saying just kill the power in your room. I like to sleep with white noise. So for me, that's just not an option. Kill the Wi-Fi at night. I'd love to, but I have a 21-year-old that lives with me who's up late at night sometimes, and that's just not happening. Let's see. And keep your vibration high. Oh, put your phone on airplane mode. If you're going to use it for your alarm, then go ahead and stick it on airplane mode so you still have your alarm, but you don't have, everything else. And if, you are in a profession where you need to receive phone calls, again, 10 feet away from the bed, or we have shungite stickers that you can put on the back of your phone to help block some of the EMF radiation that you're receiving. Those are available at hborganicskincare.com. Shungite is a mineral that comes from Russia. It also contains some pyrite and some quartz, and it helps to block the electromagnetic field, along with black tourmaline and pyrite. I prefer shungite because it's known to have fluorines, which I'm not a scientific person, so I can't totally explain. But I do know that what it will do is go ahead, because the EMFs, the electromagnetic field, it makes our cells in the body go clockwise. All of our cells are supposed to, go counterclockwise. All of our cells in our body are supposed to go clockwise. So the shungite will take that and turn it back around so that our cells do go clockwise again. And it is proven. We sell shungite items, and my husband deals with electronics and knows a lot about them. And he has been able to show through different devices that it does actually block some of the radiation that we're getting. So that's something too. And I do have other shungite items. Like I've got pyramids. This is a bigger one. This is small. We have smaller ones. But you can just place that right on top of your laptop. If you have your laptop, or with the smaller ones, stick them on top of your Wi-Fi box. Put it on. If you have a microwave that sits on your counter, put it on top of your microwave. This way it's nice to look at. I do have raw pieces that I sell in a bag that you could use like that too. But if you want something that's aesthetically pleasing, this is it. Let me see what else about shungite. And I make necklaces. I have necklaces. I have bracelets. Those are on my Etsy site, which is Heavenly Body 7, if you want to go there. And I actually set up a coupon code for you. It is Stay Healthy, all capital letters, 10% off until next Saturday. And there's also one on HB Organic Skincare where you can get my oils and the bath salt. And that is also Stay Healthy. Same thing, expires and whatnot, so you can do that. The other thing, I gotta back up for a second. The other thing about the negativity is what I did do, because, no, I'm gonna get into that later. No, just kidding. With negativity, you can smudge, so you can use white sage to help get rid of that negativity. You can use Palo Santo to help with that negativity. The only thing with these two is that they are both being harvested in unethical ways. So because of that, I created the negativity neutralizer. It's a spray, and it contains frankincense, lavender, vodka, and filtered water, which I have a Berkey filtration system. My water comes from a well. The Berkey filters out any toxins, including heavy metals and glyphosate. And I also have shungite in there, so it's energized with shungite. And I've included a black onyx bead inside of it, which I cleansed and I programmed because that also helps to rid your negativity. So you figure you buy enough of these, get enough beads, you can make yourself a bracelet, right? Nice. Okay, so and let's talk about food. You know, the food that we eat is really important. It's made to nourish our bodies and made to support our immune system. Unfortunately, the food these days is not what I would call food. If you are not eating organic, then you are taking in genetically modified organisms. You are taking in other harmful chemicals that we should not be putting into our body. The same thing with the meat that you're eating, the eggs, any of the dairy products. There's hormones in them. The way that the animals are killed and have lived is not very ethical. That energy is stored up in their bodies, and it's negative energy, and then we are eating that. So let's go back to, dealing with negativity. So let's get rid of negative food. I know it's a little bit more expensive at first, but you will find out, as I did, that once you start giving your body the nutrients it needs, you're not eating as much. So it kind of balances out, So if I'm not eating all the stuff that I normally would, because my body's getting the nutrients that it needs now. So you eat less and you're going to be healthy. You're eating the other stuff, your body's going, what the heck is this? What am I supposed to do with that? That's why our society is so sick right now, and we have so many things going on that we've never had before. Our cleaning products. Let's put the cleaning products and personal hygiene products together. They both contain harmful chemicals that again we're putting our immune system at risk. And the thing is that a lot of these products we're using on our skin, or are getting on our skin. If we're doing dishes, we're using dish soap, or even if we're washing our clothes and we have this on us, we got that really nice smell. No, excuse me. You have that really nice smell about your clothes. You know what? That's great and that's wonderful. I like to smell good too, but not healthy. Anything you put onto your skin absorbs into your bloodstream within 26 seconds. So not only are you compromising your gut microbiome, but we also have a skin microbiome. So you're also compromising that. And that's why they started saying with the hand sanitizers not to use them, because they were finding out it was killing the gut microbiome. So you're destroying your immune system. And I also have hand sanitizer that I started making with our Germ Warrior essential oil, which is the blend of herbs that the thieves used during the Black Plague when they were robbing the graves or the people's homes, and they did not get it. It's said to kill 98.8% of all germs. I'm just saying that's what I've heard. I'm not saying it does, okay? I also made a spray, so it's a room spray. So you got the room spray, you got that, and I do have it on my website, hborganicskincare.com, set up as a package, and then my other skincare products. But like for cleaning products, the majority of the products that I use for cleaning are 7th generation. I've just found them, they're plant-based, and I've just found them to be good products and easily accessible. Let me see. Deodorant. Make sure your deodorant is aluminum free. Ladies, especially you, because you're putting that aluminum under your armpit, and that right there is lymph node. That lymph node wraps around the breast into lymph tissue. So you're putting that aluminum in there, and then you're more likely to get breast cancer. We don't want that. That's not good. Also, in this PDF, I have a link for specific products that are in skincare and which ones they are in and the negative effects they have. So, again, if you want this PDF, either email me at heavenlybody7@gmail.com, or I am going to put up the Patreon link. Lack of exercise. A lot of us think that exercise is just so that our bodies look good. Well, you know what? That's just a perk. The exercise is really important for the immune system. And one of the reasons why is because it gets us breathing. And the majority of us, well, all of us, have 20% stale air in our lungs. And I think that's why in Korea, when they were dealing with the virus, they have found that oxygen helped. Well, I think, let's prevent this. Let's prevent having to be on a, whatever they call those things, a ventilator or oxygen. So just breathing in through the nose, filling up the chest and filling up the stomach, and like hold it, and then breathe slowly out through the mouth. Just do that sometimes. And again, it's going to relieve stress. It's going to help with the negativity, and the breathing is going to just help you have a better immune system overall. And that's one thing I like about meditations, because a lot of the meditations that I do, they're guided meditations, and they actually encourage you to breathe. So exercise, a point. And again, exercise doesn't have to be going to the gym. Again, dancing is a great form of exercise. If you want to dance. My daughter, she started hooping, where she works out with a hula hoop. She has one that's weighted and one that's custom made for her. It's whatever you're going to do. Just move that body, get the heart rate up, breathe. That's all you have to do. Positive ions. I know the word is positive, so we think they're positive. They're not. We want negative ions. That's what we want. And our indoor air, again, is just so toxic. And yeah, we need to. I have salt lamps. I have only 2. No, there's 3 in the house. I'd like to have more in every room. So the salt lamps help to put in negative ions. It also helps to cleanse the air and to even take moisture out of the air. We also have some plants. One of them's behind me, and I don't know the names of all of them, and I didn't think about this part. But then that's going to help, because we're indoors so much these days. We need to get out, but we don't. So yeah. Another way to get positive ions is going to a body of water, or just going outside. Putting your feet on the ground, whether it be at the beach and your feet in the sand, or if you don't have a bunch of ants that like to attack your feet when you don't know it, like we do here in Louisiana, go outside and walk on the grass. But you have to be walking on the land. You can't be walking on the cement. You have to be touching the earth. It's called earthing. So that's another way that you can get negative ions. Go ahead and support that immune system and raise your vibrational frequency, which furthermore helps to support your immune system. Chronic inflammation. This is another thing that stress causes, is chronic inflammation. And so that's another reason why it's important to reduce stress. We also want to limit the amount of dairy and sugar that we eat. Unfortunately, I love cheese, so yeah, I'm a big cheese consumer. And I do like my sugar. Hey, I'm a female, love chocolate. Of course, dark chocolate now is not a bad thing. Dark chocolate's actually pretty good for you. And also, some herbs and spices that we can take to help with the inflammation include turmeric, cinnamon, hibiscus, orange peel, ginger, and echinacea. So we could do that. And speaking of echinacea, it's also known as it contains flavonoids. Flavonoids are antioxidants that are in plant foods. So many of them are high in flavonoids. All your fruits, all your vegetables, the deeper the color, the more flavonoids it has. It's also in wine. Again, let's talk about chocolate. Flavonoids are in chocolate. They're antiviral and they support the immune system. They're also they're anti-inflammatory and let me try this again. They're anti-inflammatory and they support the immune system. Yes. But it just happens to be that the majority of them that I looked up are also antiviral. So that's a really good thing. So everybody's familiar with elderberries. So elderberries Again, astragalus root comes up. Russian ginseng, echinacea, garlic, ginger, cat's claw, licorice root. A warning with licorice root, nobody should be consuming too much licorice root, or even the candy licorice, which I just totally love, because it will cause damage to the liver. So olive leaf, but in an extract. Oregano, calendula, basil, cilantro, rosemary, thyme, and flax seeds. So flax seeds is one of the things that we've added into our diet. Of course, the garlic. That's a food group in this house. It's like garlic goes in everything. We love garlic. So some ending thoughts. China found that patients who received intravenous vitamin C, they recuperated a whole lot faster. Well, again, let's talk about prevention. So does vitamin C help with the immune system? No, it does not. It helps with free radicals. So we want to go ahead and take that vitamin C. Also, the Korea found out that oxygen, is helped their people to recoup faster. Again, we need to be conscious about our breathing. Our chakras. Again, we're all energy. We have energy portals in our body, which are called the chakras. There's 7 main chakras, but there are also other chakras. But let's just focus on the 7. So they are located by the tailbone, above the pubic bone, above the belly button. Then there's the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Well, it turns out that every single chakra can end up being blocked. And if it's blocked, you can land up with illness. So again, we're talking about supporting our immune system. So let's tend to those chakras. There's got many guided meditations on YouTube that you can use to go ahead and cleanse and balance and activate your chakras. The chakra that's connected with the immune system is the crown, and the crown chakra is associated with amethyst. So amethyst might be something that you might want to obtain to go ahead and meditate with. Also, selenite is a real good one to meditate with because it will go ahead and cleanse all of the chakras. Your white and black stones both do that. And also, the selenite is excellent because of the fact that it absorbs negativity and it locks it in. It's self-cleansing, so you never have to cleanse it. And if you wanted to, you can go ahead and stick another crystal on top of it and leave it there for 24 hours to cleanse that crystal. Then this is blue kyanite. I'm also wearing it. Blue kyanite is one of the high vibrational frequency stones, and it also aligns all of the chakras. Thus why I'm wearing it. And I do sell the selenite ones at hborganicskincare.com. The kyanite I have not put up yet. Again, you can email me at heavenlybody7@gmail.com if you want a kyanite necklace or you just want a pendant or something. Fermentations. Fermentations are very good for the gut microbiome. Again, 80% of our immune system. So because they contain probiotics. So also probiotics are something else you might consider adding into your daily regimen. The thing with the probiotics is that because our gut microbiomes are not being tested, there's no way we can know which strain of probiotic we need. So us personally, we switch our probiotics out. We use different brands that have different strands. But I also brew kombucha. Kombucha is one fermentation that contains the most variety of strands of probiotics. It also contains various enzymes, amino acids, vitamin C, and various B vitamins, and prebiotics, which the probiotics feed off of. If you are going to get kombucha, I suggest either you brew it yourself or you buy it from somebody who's brewing, because the ones in the stores just do not match up. Also, kimchi. Kimchi is another fermentation that you can get. It's kind of like a sauerkraut. I'm not sure if it's Japanese or the Chinese. I think it's Japanese that do the kimchi. So you can get that. Again, you're better off to make it yourself, buy it from somebody you know who's making it. And an interesting thing is that about kimchi is that the preservative that I use for my skincare products is actually a compound of kimchi, which I thought was really cool when I found that out when I took my course on formulating. Sauerkraut's the other one. So those three fermentations you might want to consider adding into your diet. And then again, getting a probiotic. Oh, the masks. You wear a mask? I don't wear a mask. You know why I don't wear a mask? Because I don't have the virus, so I'm not going to spread it. It's not going to protect me from getting it if somebody else has it. So I'm just like, this is kind of senseless as far as I'm concerned. And there's other reasons too that I won't go into because that's just, yeah. All right. Oh, also the cleansing and programming of the crystals. I touched on this earlier. I do have a video up on YouTube. It's on naturalblisspodcast.com. I do have the link on this PDF for you, and I also tell you the time as to which I start talking about that. Energizing water. We talked earlier about Dr. Emoto and what he found with the water. So that's something you could do too. If you have your water and you're drinking your water. Also, the shungite nuggets that I have on hborganicskincare.com can also be used to put in the water and purify the water. Where was it going? Oh, energizing the water. So you can speak to your water. You can speak to it. You can tell your water, you can say, thank you for making me healthy. And, every time you drink, think that. Thank you for making me healthy. Thank you for making me healthy. Thank you for making me healthy. So that's something else you could do. You can also use crystals in water. I'm not going to go a whole lot into this because you can't use all crystals in water because some actually contain some toxic components that we don't want to be ingesting. But I can tell you this, rose quartz, which we talked about, which is good for stress, is one that you could use. Maybe stick. I love the number 3 for some reason, so I'll put like 3 crystals into a container, glass. Make sure it's glass, a glass container, and I'll set it out in the sun. And it's really cool because then once you drink it, it tastes sweet. And you can go ahead and program the crystals before you put them in, and also program your water. So it's a double whammy, Let's see. Oh, zinc. Zinc is something else too that I've been hearing a lot about for this situation, and it's actually something we were already taking already. So, excuse me. There's that, and also we do make a tea for inflammation with a lot of those ingredients. The only one that's not in there is the echinacea. I don't have it up on the website at this time, but we sell them 4 in a package for $2. So it's all organic. So if you're interested in that, again, send me an email at heavenlybodies7.com The 7 is the number 7, by the way. I should have probably mentioned that before. So I guess that's about it. So all I want to say is to go ahead, stay healthy, and stay positive.